What's up, fam? This is Vic from Cutz Premium Lawn Care here in Conyers, Georgia. Of course, I'm hoping you guys are cutting on. We're almost coming to the end of our cutting season. But however, I wanted to do a video for you guys on what is that it is when it comes to being a lawn care provider. What's the really real? You have to be a great organizer. If you're a person that can organize and you find yourself always have this structure about yourself, you are a lawn care provider. You got one of the knacks. This is one of the check boxes you need to check off. Someone who can use a system to keep their business flowing. One of the things I use is Yard Book. That helps me keep things flowing, and I keep organized within that. You need some form of software. I don't care what other software it is. That pencil paper junk, that ain't gonna ride. Especially when the rain come and you gotta move properties around and you wanna make sure what property is next to the next property, the next to the next property. You got to be organized. So if you're the type of person that can be organized, this is the life for you. Lawn care life is for you. Now, also, you need to understand in this organization, you're gonna have to pay taxes unless you're gonna hide a lot of money, or unless you're gonna make a little money. But if you're gonna have to hide a lot of money, oh, you definitely need to get organized in taxes. One of the things I use is a software called Neat. Or, this is what helps me organize my receipts. You know how every time you get a receipt and you're like, what did I do with it? You write it off. That's what you do with it if you're organized. So I use this software. I put it down. I scan it. Boom. It goes into the computer. And I upgraded it to where they will look at the receipt and then they will put all the details in the system for me. I get 100 entries a month. So take a look at that. That will help you keep yourself organized if you're trying to be about this business. Also, if you're trying to be about this lawn care business, whether or not it's for you, you have to have good critical thinking skills. I'm talking about someone who can look at a situation and you're willing to put your hands on it to figure out if it's right or wrong. If you're not the type of person who like to figure stuff out, this is not the business for you, because this is not a job or a business that can be done via you somewhere at the beach. It don't work like that. You're gonna have to be hands-on because this is the way you understand how it operates. Then eventually you'll find someone, after a couple of 100 years, maybe not 100, maybe I'll give you about 5, 6, 7. You might find someone who can really step into your shoes and you can walk away from it a little bit, but without your critical thinking skills, because anything that you start, you gotta finish. So just know that if you are a critical thinker, this life, lawn care life, is for you. Okay, fam, so you checked off 2 boxes. Here's another one. Can you use your time wisely? Are you a type of person that uses your time wisely? Do you get home and the first thing you do is pop on Netflix? Do you get home and the first thing you do is just put your head down and say to yourself, man, I hope tomorrow don't be like this? Well, hopefully not, because if you are the person who can use their time wisely, this lawn care life is for you. Let me give you an example. You already know that other guys are going home and resting and they're not thinking about tomorrow. But if you go home and get yourself something to eat, rest about a couple of hours, so not too long now, not too long, and you think about being prepared for tomorrow, that little bit of time that you use today to prepare yourself for tomorrow, that is called using your time wisely. Don't wake up and be in a rush to try to fix everything because your yard's got to get done now, or waking up and then you realize it's gonna rain. Now come on, that's not using time wisely. If you waking up and the first time you realize it's gonna rain is when you wake up. No, it's called the Weather Channel. And matter of fact, it's on your cell phone right now. It'll tell you the next 3 days in advance. So using time wisely will help you understand that you have to be a couple of steps ahead of the weather. And all you have to do is teach your clients, hey, if it rains, sometimes I will cut your yard a day early, sometimes 2 days early, because I do it sometimes. when I have to, and I let them know, hey, it's all about me beating the rain and staying on schedule. Because if you do that and you communicate with them, they'll appreciate that you're a professional and you're using your time wisely and you're thinking ahead, which is another critical thinking skill, by the way. So if you are a person can use their time wisely, Lawn Care Life is for you and you're about to make some money. All right, here's another box you got to check off. Do you make mistakes? Do you? Do you make mistakes? If so, this life is still for you if you learn from your mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Mistakes are not important if you learn from them. Yes, yes, no one likes to make mistakes. I know that. But that's the whole point. You're going to make a bunch of them in this business. You're going to make a bunch of them. Because I'm working on a mistake right now. One of the mistakes is understand the maintenance of your prized possession golden goose. Yes, I'm still learning to make sure I take care of my equipment. And I had a situation where the engine went bad on one, and it's a good chance that it might have been my fault. But in order to figure this out, I had to pay hundreds of dollars to get it tested, to get it figured out. So I talked to the manufacturer, and they said they'll split the cost with me, which I'm happy. I'm happy because some of it could be a user problem. So what I'm saying is I learned from this mistake. From here on out, one of the things that you have to do if you don't know this, if you purchase a new mower and it says change the doggone oil filter after 5 hours of usage, you best better change that doggone oil filter because I don't think I did. I don't know. I could have, not sure. It's a possibility, but I can't be working on possibilities. So now I gotta come up with another problem solving thing to where I make sure that these things are done. Yes, I have to solve that problem, and I have because I'm gonna start using it, the yard book platform, to make sure I schedule tasks that needs to be done on a weekly basis, and my guys got to check off on it. Cause before then, I would tell them, and they will say, I don't know. And see, now you gotta have accountability. So I know now that I have to put it in just like cutting grass, and they have to check off on it. So at the end of the day, please learn from my mistakes. And if you can, this life is from you. And you may make a lot of money. And the number one thing that if you're about this lawn care life that you need to know is the money. Nope. Mm-mm. The clients. Nope. Mm-mm. You need to know whatever works, you had developed a system and repeat what works. I'm telling you, repeat what works. Right now, I can tell you what's working for me. Number one is I have a doggone website. I got that, and every year I'm gonna repeat that. You best believe it. Number two, I have Google, my Google business. Get a lot of stuff coming to me, through my Google business. Number three, I put flyers in the neighborhoods I want. Number four, I'd rather cut a small $50 yard than a big $75 yard. See? What it is, I repeat the things that I'm very successful in and I know my numbers. So this is the part of the formula that you guys got to get to. Hopefully this information that I'm giving you is going to help you, because if you check this box out, that you know how to repeat things that's correct, Lawn Care Life is for you. And I already said it. You are going to make yourself wealthy, because this business is looking for people such as yourself with that type of skill. This is not just a job. This is not just you working for yourself. This is a life, and it can become a lifestyle that is very lucrative if you know these skills, because a lot of people don't have them. A lot of people do not have the skills I just mentioned, and what I'm seeing is that it is up for grabs right now, and I ain't talking about where it's not enough space for people. I'm talking about we can't cut all this grass by ourselves. You know how I know this? because I went to John Deere, and John Deere makes mowers every year. Every year they got a new mower out. Every year they got another mower. That lets me know that somebody buys that mower and go out and cut someone's yard at a profit. And I'm saying if they making mowers every year, they building houses every year, and guess what? Ain't nobody want to cut their own grass no more. They don't want to cut their own grass. They looking for business men and women like you to get in it and be about this business and develop those skills I just told you about. Because at the end of the day, I don't know where you can go and make 10 grand, 10 grand in a month, and all you need to do is show up when you say you're gonna show up, do what you say you're gonna do, and get paid for what you're worth. Hey man, hey, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys are cutting on. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the fall. I'm working on that plan right now. Yeah. Now I am gonna say something. Anybody in my area, Conyers, Covington, if you're close by me, and you know you got a big leaf season, and you're looking for someone I have a debris loader, so I'm ready to suck up and haul away some leaves for you guys. Give me a shout out, because you know what, I'm trying to connect with the guys who putting in that work here in my local area. So shout out to you guys. Big ups to all those people who are going to get started next year. This is the time. This is the year. This is your season to become your own boss and your best worker. All right, cut on, Lawncare family, cut on. I'm cutting out. Peace.